Hello!
Are we actually live? Is it working?
I think we're live.
Somebody say hi, please, so we know it's working. We're a bit early, aren't we? We're about 20 seconds early.
But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So we're here with our gin and tonics.
Yeah, Dave's made us a G&T, help sort of calm the nerves for our first one.
A bucket of gin. Cheers, Mickey. Cheers
to our first live stream.
Yes. Hopefully everyone can hear us. Hopefully our microphone's working.
I'm not convinced we're working, you know. I'm not convinced we're working. Somebody please say hi, just so we know we're working.
I'm not on here.
Oh, you're not working?
Oh, here we go.
Maybe there's a bit of a delay.
There we go.
Hey, Neil.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Our first ever comment on live stream. So
you're the first. You win a prize. You win a cruise.
I wish. Neil, we'll remember you because you're our first ever to come on here onto our live stream.
Hello, Stephen.
Stephen, Vanessa, hi. So how are you doing this evening? Like I said, we've got our G&Ts, quite a big one. I thought it would help calm the nerves because we're a little bit nervous this evening that we're not sure that all this is going to go well. Jilly, hi, how you doing?
And N, hello.
And N, oh wow, we got people come on.
Oh, bless. You've all come to watch us.
Oh, we thought no one would come. So should we start quickly because obviously we've got questions and answers.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. We've got questions and answers that we want to sort of get to as quickly as possible, but we thought it'd be a nice way. Oh, John, what do you think? My barber. What we thought we'd do just to start with is give a very quick introduction, a little bit about ourselves. So shall I start, Dave?
Go for it.
So I'm Mike, and I am 63 years old next week. It's coming close. Big party. And I'm a retired police officer. I retired from the police, I was 48. Did my 30 years. And I've sort of done a couple of jobs since then. I've worked for the Alzheimer's, worked for a carers centre. And one of the things I've probably always wanted to do is be a travel agent. So maybe starting this YouTube channel, having time on my hands, it's the closest I'm going to get. Dave, what about you?
Well, I'm unemployed. Joking. I started my life down in Cardiff, if you can't tell by my accent. Sorry, just quickly. Hello,
hello, Errol and Dave.
And I was a pub manager down there. I used to run pubs and clubs down in Cardiff. Then I met this one who couldn't move down to Cardiff because he was in the police. So I moved up to where we live now, and I joined the police. I'm a PCSO for the police. 20 years in. I'm a week away from my long service medal, and I'm leaving. I'm going on to the trains. I've got myself a job with Transport for Wales, so I will be on the trains, traveling around Wales, loving life. So that's me in a nutshell. But can I quickly say,
if anybody sees Dave on the trains, then make sure you say hello.
And ignore me.
Can we just say a quick hello to Graham and Alison who have joined us? Hello. So a big hello.
Do we want to tell them why we've done this? Because
yeah,
but basically, in a nutshell, when Mike and I first met 20 years ago.
You love in a nutshell, don't you?
I do. If you notice, most of my videos are in a nutshell. When I first met Michael 20 years ago, we both realised that we love to travel. Now, one of my influences in my life is my auntie, who's lived all over the world. And I said to Michael, I've always wanted to travel. And Michael, before me, travelled a hell of a lot anyway. And that's where our travelling has come from. The cruise thing has just come sort of later in our life. We did one when we were younger, didn't we?
We did a cruise in 2010 with Celebrity. And somebody said to me, go balcony, always best on your first cruise, go a balcony. So we went to balcony, we went Celebrity, and we enjoyed it, didn't we? But people said, you'll either get the cruise bug or you won't. And we didn't.
I didn't get it. I hated it.
And so go forward 12 years to 2022, and we thought, let's try the cruising again. And we were drawn to Marella because of their itinerary. And I did so much research because I'd heard, Marella, it's a bit cheap. And so it does sort of worry you a little bit. But I did a lot of research. And I have to say that I read so many good things about Marella. And I love the fact that we were going away over Christmas. And it was going to places like Cuba overnight, Costa Rica, Colombia, places, Panama, places I never thought I'd go. Susan, just to quickly answer yours, we've been on Discovery 2, we've been on Voyager, and we'd just been on Explorer. Now, I have to say that I did love Discovery 2. I liked the ship layout, but if I had to pick a favourite ship, it would definitely be Voyager.
It was hard for me, see, because the Voyager I loved, but I also loved the Discovery. If I could merge the two somehow, I'd love it, because the Discovery 2, if you've been on it, or Discovery ships, they've got that central atrium with it's a great space for entertainment. And that's what I think the Voyager's missing. I think there's a lot of mix-up with the floors on the Voyager. You've got to go up one to go down and all. But with the Voyager, with the Discovery 2, it's linear. It's straight through every section of the ship, and it's just a lot easier to navigate, I think.
Tony and Julie in Northern Ireland, good evening to you. Yeah, I think there's good and bad things about each of the ships, really. I think that just the Voyager, there just seems so much more to do. And there were things available on the Voyager that you can't get on Discovery or Explorer. And so I'm thinking of things like the exchange, flutes, the kitchen, which we'll come on to in a little bit, because I totally disliked the kitchens.
I love it.
And he loved it. So, yes, Susan, I'm not surprised. I think Discovery, what we found with Discovery 2 was I just found there was bits that you walk in and you go, you know, the atrium, the dining.
But no back bar on the ship, no on the aft bar on the Voyager and Explorer. They didn't have that on Discovery, and that it lacks that. See, they both have positives, and it's really hard to choose.
Hello, Travel Club. How are you doing this evening?
We should have set some rules to start with. We should have said about answering questions sort of towards the end, because otherwise we're going to be quickly jumping in everywhere and getting mixed up. So I think what we'll do is we'll spiel for another like 5 minutes, and then we'll start going on to these questions, guys. So
right,
got questions.
Shall we talk about things that we loved with Voyager?
But hold on. Get your questions in those comments, and then we'll go through them for you. All right.
I should first of all say as well that we are not experienced with travel. We are just people who love to travel and who love to share on our experiences. Our experiences don't necessarily mean that that's going to be your experience. We love some things about Marella. We dislike other things. You know, certain events, like we were really disappointed with the afternoon tea on the musical afternoon tea on Voyager, but we loved it on Discovery 2. But where should we start then with the ship? Do you want to start?
Travel Club, yeah.
Travel Club, hello.
Travel Club.
I did. I said hello.
I wasn't.
I think, well, they got 2 of those.
Right, so what we start with?
Well, should we just start with the ship itself? Should we look at the facilities? So maybe, should we talk about the food? Because food is such a big thing with the cruises.
So we need to quickly just mention, from Discovery 2 to the Voyager, we saw a massive jump in quality from the 2 ships. Now, that's not discounting Discovery 2. I just thought Voyager's food was smack on. It was amazing. I loved the kitchens. I thought the quality in the kitchens was great. I loved all the bars, to be fair, and I loved all the restaurants there. But I know you had reservations.
Well, firstly, the food on the Voyager was brilliant. So let me just say about the specialty dining. Silver Fork was a major standout. That meal was superb. It was the most expensive. I think we paid about 38. And I think you can have a 7-course Epicurean, which I think cost about 45. But the meal in there was worth every penny. Now, keep an eye on the questions, because I don't want to fall behind. If we do miss your question, then we do apologise. This is new, so how we keep up and how we do this is a learning process for us.
I see John's put on there about writing question first. If it's a question, it is a lot easier for us to see if you write question first, because then we know it's not just a hello. It's an actual question, so we can jump to that one. So if you want to, I'm not going to tell you have to, but if you want to, write question first and then your question, and that'll be easy to spot.
And also, what I will do is when we finish this and we repost for other people to watch that couldn't make tonight, then I will make sure that I go through the questions, and if I feel that we've missed anything important, we will put it on the comments on that video, or send us a message and we'll answer you personally. Where was I? Food. Yes, so Silver Fork, highlight for us on the Voyager. An amazing meal. It's British food, but done with a twist. And it was just amazing, the taste. And
it was really posh, wasn't it? It's a British pub classics in a very, very posh, some would say deconstructed, which was a bit odd. So like, I think there was a Scotch
the coronation chicken, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was some really, really mad concoctions on there. but it worked. It was just really nice. I know that all of us in our party loved it. Me especially. I think I won that meal. I had the best meal there. But no, if you get to go on the Voyager, you have to book Silver Fork. It is fantastic.
Yeah. And the other one I would say don't miss is Corallar. We have been to Corallar on Discovery 2 and Explorer. They have a different menu. The Voyager Corallar menu is amazing. And I think it was it called the Tarly I had? And there's 4 different curries.
Yeah.
And it was just immense. Comes on a silver tray. We have got a speciality dining video on the Voyager where we cover all these. But the standout speciality was definitely Corallar and Silver Fork.
Because revisiting Discovery 2 was horrible. Revisiting Explorer was good, but again, it was the same as Discovery 2. Whereas I found the Voyager was a lot different to Discovery and Explorer's Corallar.
Yeah.
A lot different.
Yeah, I don't know, because I knew the minute we went on Explorer into their Corallar, I knew it was going to be the same as Discovery because the menu was different. So definitely at Voyager, we would say go Corallar. It's an amazing experience.
Right, can we jump in some of these questions? So we'll start with N. We've got, did you enjoy some beach days in between excursions? And also, who did you book your excursions with?
Right, we're going to do the 2 different cruises, Taste of Paradise and Taste of the Tropics. We're going to do them on the next one. We'll cover probably Taste of Tropics one week and Paradise the other. Yes, we did. To answer you quickly, we did do a couple of beach days. We walked to the beach in Barbados and we went to, what's the name of it?
Which
Barbados. We were going to go to that club.
We went to.
I can't remember.
Someone must have been there on here. It's a beach club. I've got the name of it.
I forgot the name of it.
We've done a cruise
Roger. No, not Jolly Roger.
What?
It's
a beach club. It's a well-known beach club in Barbados. It's now quite expensive to go
Boatyard.
The Boatyard.
Got it.
There we go.
My memory gets there, but it takes a little time. It takes a little longer these days. Yeah, we walked from the boat to the Boatyard, which was about 20-minute easy walk. And we didn't go to the Boatyard in the end. Somebody sort of said, it's not like it used to be. It's changed. And we found when we got to the beach, we stopped short of the Boatyard, found a lovely place on the beach, got us umbrellas and...
Well, there was a guy there with just a van on the beach selling umbrellas, and I think we got them for 5 each. No, was it 5 or 20
I
for
think
the
it
2?
Was 20 for the 2.
20 for the 2 with a beer.
Now, the Boatyard wouldn't serve us because we hadn't... But there's a pub, beach bar next to the Boatyard, and they were happily serving us there. So we saved money by not going to the Boatyard, and don't really think that we missed out. We also got the taxi in St Martin to the beach, and the water taxi. This is the water taxi, St Martin. Very easy. You can't miss it when you come off the boat. And we also did the water taxi, which again, as you come off the boat in Grenada, you can get to Grandance Beach on the left. There is a jetty, and the boat takes you from there. And I think it was $10 each return.
I'm just going to end off this question with a quick answer. And don't be afraid to book away from TUI. TUI are far more expensive than other excursions. Just do your research. There's so many companies out there that just tend to be portside and do excursions from the port. Do your research on TripAdvisor. Trust me, you're going to find some companies out there that are absolutely amazing, better than TUI in some aspects, and a lot cheaper. Yeah.
I think that what the Caribbean, there's been cruises in the Caribbean for years and years and years, and they are really sort of adept and good at giving you these days out when you get to these ports without having previously booked. So if you haven't booked, but you think, fancy doing something, go off the boat, and there is endless choice. There's so many people selling you excursions and stuff as you step off the boat, and they are very good at getting you back. They will tell you how long the trip is and what time they'll get you back. Because that was our big worry the first time we ever cruised, wasn't it? Yeah. We were too frightened to go anywhere.
You see all these horror stories about the ship leaving, and it does leave. But as long as you're back within plenty of time, I mean, I'm always like to get back for lunch, to be fair, because I don't want to spend money out when I can get it for free. But I'm tight. But anyway, ending that question, don't be afraid to book elsewhere. TUI, though, however, do look after you if you book with them. And, of course, you've got that safety.
But we will be covering this in more depth about all of the different cruise stops, the ports, in future editions.
Neil G, thank you very much. The comment you're on there for your wife's 50th in the Caribbean.
Wow.
And you're doing the exact same itinerary. Well, I'm hoping our videos have helped you a little bit. Remember, though, there's so much more to do from what we did. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that, once you've done it, you come back onto the videos and you comment what you did. So next time we go there, we can do it.
Yeah, they're amazing cruises. And we just had the time of our life. The amazing places you go, the ports are amazing. And we just love Marella's staff. They're so friendly, and everywhere you go, they greet you with a smile. So, it's a lovely way to celebrate a 50th birthday.
Big time. Dave Hannigan, love Voyager. We do too. Go out again next month and staying in the same room. I take it the room that you've been in and not we've been in. And you'll go on itinerary predominantly. Okay.
Shall we talk very quickly about the rooms while we're there? Because we stayed in an outside room, didn't we?
We did.
Now, initially, I was a little bit disappointed with the room because it was a new ship. I think I thought it was going to be really bright and fresh. And when we stepped in the cabin, I was a little underwhelmed.
That was my only issue with it, is the fact that I thought in my head, going on the Voyager, it was about 4 months old by the time we went on it. And I thought the whole ship was going to get a refurb, new carpets, new beds, new rooms, everything. But it wasn't. They just concentrated on a few areas, I think, like the kitchens and
the kitchens obviously had a lot of the exchange, which we'll talk very briefly about, because don't miss the exchange.
I think it showed its age a little bit in the rooms. Like, we've just been on Explorer, and I found an Explorer interior room was far cleaner and far more sort of modern. I can't say modern than the Voyager was. I didn't see any change in the rooms. But by the by, it was comfortable. We enjoyed it. The only problem I've got, and I'll say it's Marella, if you ever watch this, I'm fed up of complaining about air conditioning in our room because it doesn't work. There's no air that comes out of it, and it's like a sweatbox every time. And every time we complain, you say it's working, and it's not. There's no air coming out, but hey-ho, it doesn't work for me. So we've bought these fans, which we'll show you in a minute, because
we've got a whole wealth of things that we take with us that we thought we might like to share.
Yes.
Yeah, the room. So no complaints really about the room. Yes, the air conditioning isn't great. The biggest problem I had was the lack of sockets. We had one plug because there were two, one European, and then next to it, they'd put a plug in that you couldn't pull out, which had got 2 USBs in. But there were no other plugs in the room, and the kettle was over the other side of the room to the plug. And you had to keep carrying it backwards and forth. But the room, we were comfy, weren't we? So we were quite happy in there.
We were right, firing on, guys. N, enjoy your 50th. Sounds great. Errol J, would you know if a cabin on deck 10 of Explorer would be noisy from the deck above? Right, I don't know because we weren't on 10. However, I did notice that a lot of the rooms were noisy because there's a lot of activity. So we were below the promenade deck, if I'm not mistaken. And every morning, if it was from the basement of the ship or from the promenade deck, there was noise. There was a lot of work going on the promenade deck. I call it promenade deck. I hope it's called that. Or from down below, which was noisy and because of every morning. So I can't answer your question for 10. If anyone on here has been in on floor 10, please put it in the comments. But I think
it would depend where you were on floor 10, because floor 10 is going to be below the pool deck.
Yeah.
So if there is a sail away party or something, or maybe a film on at night, I don't know whether you hear that from.
You probably will. Depends what time you go to bed, really.
Yeah. And I would imagine during the day, but I wouldn't imagine you're in the Caribbean. You ain't going to be in your room too much during the day, unless you like a siesta. But I don't know. But I mean, take earplugs just in case. You take earplugs, don't you?
I have to because it's not.
No. It's not me.
Right, moving on. Rob Govan. You're doing the same Caribbean cruise in November 2025. You lucky soul. What excursions would you recommend? Right. Now, this is important because we did do some excursions, but we did a lot of things ourselves. So, first of all, Rob, I'm hoping that you've been through our channel and looked at, we've done a diary every single day, and the diary we did.
It's on a playlist. So if you find the playlist, I think it's Marella Caribbean Diary, you will find days 1 to 15 in there. We will cover this more. I want to sort of concentrate on the ship today. But we will cover this more in our future sort of live stream.
Have a look at the playlist. But if you want my honest opinion, my favorite of everything I did on that thing was in Barbados at the beach, just chilling out on the beach, watching the horses in the sea. Amazing. Loved it.
Oh yeah, we saw
Willie
the
Blair,
horses
yeah.
in the sea. What a sight! I've got to say that I'm a bit of a party lad, so I love St Lucia because that was unexpected. We went on a catamaran. When we went on the cruise in 2010, we went on a catamaran to the Pitons. It was beautiful. So we had our two friends with us, and we said, "You got to do that." And we went on this boat. It turned horrible the day. Got to the Pitons, and they just didn't look, because it was too wet and everything. But from that point on, it turned into a party, and we just had just an amazing time. The group of people that were on there were brilliant, and everybody was just.
It was
we were singing, dancing.
So Rob, go and look at that video because I think you'll love it. It was great. Susan, thank you for telling people to press the thumbs up button.
Thank you.
I think that'll probably be quite good. I don't know what it does. Like I said to you, we're quite new at this YouTube thing, but we're learning as we go. Dave Hannigan, question. Love Marella. Get them booked for this year and next. Any suggestions for other cruise lines for us to try? Well, unfortunately, Dave, like I said, we are a very new channel. We have started our journey out with Marella. And what we want to do is we don't want to do, and this is nothing against other cruise channels, we don't want to be jumping from one to this, to that, to that. We want to complete one and then move on to the next. So we have been asking around, and people have been talking majoritively about P&O. So I think we're going to complete Marella now with the 3 ships that we've done, even though Explorer 2 is the adults only one. We haven't done that, but we're assuming it's the same layout as the others. We need to move on.
Yeah, I have to say, though, that I'm gutted that Marella have stopped doing the Asian cruise, because I think we might have been persuaded to do one more to Asia, which I really like the look of the itinerary.
Yeah.
But because of the war and the situation in the Gulf, they've stopped doing the Asian cruises. I don't know whether that's a permanent thing or whether it's just temporary, but we've done 3 Marella. We love Marella. I find it very hard to even think about going with another company.
Me too.
But why then don't Marella reward you with a loyalty scheme?
I know.
I can't believe that Marella don't reward you, because people do go with them back again. And we just find it strange that they don't reward you for doing that.
It's going to be hard for me, because when we went on Celebrity the first time round, Mick and I fell in love with the staff, and the staff there were just like, I'm still friends with them now on Facebook. Amazing people, the waiters and waitresses and the bar staff, great. However, I didn't get a good feeling from the cruise itself. I found it a little bit. I don't like wearing tuxedos. I don't like wearing suits and stuff, and I like the fact that I can dress to the way I feel comfortable on Marella. So moving to another cruise ship, I want it to be similar. Now, I've never done a P&O cruise before. My mother, hopefully if she's on here, Mum, if you're here, say hello. She's done some P&O cruises. She swears by them. If anyone else has done them, pop in the comments. But it's a scary time, because Marella is everything that we love. We are fun-loving people. We like to chat, to have a laugh, to dance. And I find that Marella offers that, and I feel like I don't want to be out of place on it. Like we've got friends who do Cunard, and don't get me wrong, Cunard is fantastic. We did a video on it; it was amazing. But I'm not sure if
we went on for the day, didn't we, just to look around. We haven't been on a cruise, but we did go on for the day, and
because it's a posh ship, and it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a posh ship. But it should be discounted, though.
No, but I think the other thing with Marella as well is we have found other passengers so much friendlier than, Celebrity. We didn't really get to chat to many, but Marella, we just have so much fun with other people on there, that want to chat, and I just love Marella. So, but we've got to, for the sake of the channel, go and try other things, and P&O, I think definitely, or MSC are definitely perhaps next on the radar.
Right, here's another question, mate. This is one for you.
I missed Elizabeth earlier on. I don't think I said hello. Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hi. Right, and Philippe de Center. Hello, guys. Bonjour.
Hi.
Bonjour. Right, so Graham Winkworth, question. Can you recommend, this is for you now, an eSIM for the Caribbean? Now, I'm rubbish at tech, so this is on you.
Right.
Our friend Mark is the guy for this, but...
Right, I don't think Mark's on, is he?
No.
Now, we had major problems when we went on our first cruise with Marella, and I had the top package, and despite doing everything that I thought I needed to do to preserve, it went in a day and a bit, and I had the biggest package. And I went and spoke at the reception, and eventually I got a refund, but it sort of made me realise it's not worth doing the sort of package with Marella. So definitely the eSIM is something that our friends did on their first cruise with Marella, on the Voyager.
Yeah.
And they used, I think, a company called Airlo.
I can't remember.
Just check that Airlo exists.
Let's have a
I
little
think
look.
it's called Airlo. And they were more than happy with that. Of course, you've got the disadvantages with eSIM. eSIM will only work on land, or it did work for them on the ship occasionally if they were near land. But they were more than happy. It's a lot cheaper than buying the Marella internet packages. And I'd say the eSIM is probably the way, because we relied on getting Wi-Fi at the ports, and it was very hit and miss, wasn't it, Dave?
It was. It was.
AIRLO.
So, if anyone's interested, it's
AIRLO.
called AIRALO, AIRALO eSIMs. Our friends used them. They had no problems at all. They had internet on the ship.
Yeah.
We weren't prepared to do that, and we didn't need to do that on Explorer. So, if you are interested, have a little look at AIRALO. Again, there's probably going to be many companies out there that will offer you a good service.
I know Airlo they were very happy with, and I know that I've heard people mention it, but yes, there is lots of people out there that do it. So eSIM, definitely, unless you really need it when you're at a sea or out to sea.
Right, next question. Can you do beach on embarkation day? It depends. So when we went to Corfu on the Explorer ship, we didn't set sail till 11 o'clock at night, and we got on at 12. So yeah, you can. You can as soon as you get on that ship, you get your card. You are free to leave that ship as long as you're back by the time that you need to be back by.
I think it's a case of what time you fly. We wouldn't have had time.
No.
We flew from Manchester, and we were an afternoon. We got there sort of mid-afternoon, so we wouldn't have had time to go anywhere. So I think your time is going to be very limited, and probably unlikely that you will have time. I mean, again, it was a 20-minute walk, wasn't it?
It was.
Barbados, where you embark.
It wasn't far at all. So if you've got the time, the answer is
Yeah, see what time the ship's leaving. I think it was it about 8 o'clock the ship left Barbados? Yeah. So it really depends what time you're getting there. But yeah, once you're on the ship, and if you've got time, you can go off for a few hours if you've got time.
Right, I'm loving this next question. Paul Corbett. I'm loving it because if you watch our videos, we don't dress conventionally. And he's put, going on Voyager in 4 weeks, what would you recommend for a gentleman to wear on Marella's formal night? Is a jacket needed, or will smart shirt be sufficient? Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Dress to Impress night. And what I love about Marella is it doesn't tell you what you have to wear. You can wear whatever you want. It has to be smart, obviously, but whatever you want that you feel comfortable. So, for example, if you watch our Corella video on the Voyager, it was Dress to Impress night. I wore trousers and a shirt, but my friend Jack wore shorts, a shirt, and leather braces. It looked cool, but it's what he was comfortable in. And that's what I love about it. You can wear what you want. You can be over the top with it. You can be really subtle with it.
I mean, there are people that will wear a suit. There's people that will wear the dinner jacket. You don't see many going that extreme. But no, it's whatever you feel comfortable. I think I just wore long trousers and a plain shirt. Or I just wore a polo.
And that's not because we didn't want to invest in it. It's because the fact that when we went on Celebrity for the first time, I spent hundreds of pounds on a tuxedo with cummerbund, everything.
Well, we had to buy the shoes and everything, didn't we?
And I wore that twice on a cruise, and I've never worn that tuxedo since. I've been to policeman balls and all sorts of stuff.
I was going to say you could have taken it to the Voyager.
I could have.
You wouldn't fit in it.
But I was going to say to you, Mike, I was about 20 something then. I'm in my 40s now.
You got no chance.
It wouldn't fit. But I'm not one for wearing that sort of attire. So I love it. So Paul, you wear what is obviously it has to be smart. There is a dress code, but whatever you feel comfortable in.
It's very relaxed on there, even on the sort of Dress to Impress night. As long as you are smart, whatever you feel comfortable in. I think the only thing they sort of really don't put up with is people going into places like Vista and Latitude with beachwear or, you know, sort of vests.
Don't go in a pair of Speedos with a pair of shoes, Paul.
Snack shack for you if you do that.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, that's N, so not Elizabeth. N, thank you. Elizabeth has put, hi, lovely to meet you both. Glad you're saying about the excursions. No worries. Thank you so much for watching.
We'll definitely cover those, Elizabeth, in more depth on our next stream, because we're going to look at each of the ports for the first, probably Paradise Islands first, look at each of the ports and what we did, what there was available.
Yeah, N has just reminded me of something that I totally forgot about. When somebody asked about the excursions, N has put, going to have a go at tubing. How amazing was tubing?
Oh, I had a fantastic experience.
Go watch the video on tubing.
We did tubing in Dominica, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we walked down this rainforest to the river, and we got in the tube, and I was first in and I was off, and I lost him. I lost our two friends, but I got to go down more or less the entire river with this lady who I will never forget, because me and her for the next hour and a half going down this river, we just laughed and screamed the whole way down. It was amazing. Remember as well, we had the experience going down Dominica, and we were going past, and there was a family. There was mom, dad, and a couple of kids, and I went past, and I was like, "Hello," not realizing we went a little bit further past, and this woman said to me, "Do you know what they were doing?" I said, "No." She said they were slaughtering.
They were slaughtering a cow right in front of us. Was it a cow or a sheep? Something like that.
I don't know. I think it was a goat actually, but
terrible. Right,
but it was a fantastic experience. So
moving
definitely
on.
Recommend.
John Freeman, question.
Oh, who's this pup? It's our Lil. Gorgeous Lil.
This is the one that you might have heard barking.
Yeah, she barks occasionally.
So, question, virgins, get folks to click like, so easy to see how many watching. Yes, John, thank you very much. Let's get some likes going, guys. I don't know what that means.
Well, we got 36. We said we said we'd be happy if we got 10, didn't we? So I'm really happy.
I'm actually shocked that 34 people are actually watching us at the moment. Right, okay. So where are we? Right.
Yeah, where are we?
Rob Govan. Thanks, guys. Watched the videos twice already. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
It's so nice that you guys actually watch our videos, because we don't do this for money. We do this because we purely love people and we love to travel and we want to share our lives. And you know, my mum's on.
Here we go. Hiya, mother-in-law.
So it's a way of showing my mum as well what we do. And of course, we've got some videos to come of my mum and us in Budapest. But
thank you.
That'll be for another date. Right. So where are we? Right. Philippe de Center. Bonjour, guys. I've got a question. I like to watch my movies at night time. Can we plug a HDMI cable on Voyager or Explorer TVs? Oh, that's a good question, Philippe. They are current TVs. They are current TVs.
This is something that I would hate to give you an answer and it'd be totally wrong. I don't know.
Do you know what, Philippe? We don't know. I would take one in your case. Not going to weigh a lot and see, because I never really thought about it before. They would be HDMI ready, surely.
Well, I'd have thought so, but as I say, I would hate to give you the wrong answer. I mean, like you said, they're not heavy. Yeah. I mean, we've got a Fire Stick, and maybe I don't know why
we wouldn't have internet.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've got a hard drive and you want to watch them off that, fine. But I don't know. I don't know, Philippe. You stumped us.
Yeah. But there are some channels that show English programs. I only really use the television for the news. I quite like to catch up with the cruise director when he does his little show on there. And I sometimes like to look at the cams from the sort of pool deck and the view going forward from the, what's the captain's bit called? It's gone.
It's the gin. It's the gin. Right.
The control bit anyway. And that's about it, because you have got movies showing in the cinema. There's a small cinema on deck 6, is it? Mm-hmm. That show films, and you've also sometimes get the movies on the top deck. Although we found it a bit disappointing on Voyager, didn't we?
Yes,
because all the poles and everything block your view.
She's going. Because it's not set up for the cinema screen there. Okay, quickly moving on, guys, because I'm worried about time. Where are we? Dave Hannigan, Dave, it's always a pleasure, and thank you so much for actually watching our videos. We really appreciate it. With massive love to you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Paul Kearney, question. I've used the Explorer, loved, and Discovery, less happy, ships. How does the Voyager buffet compare with those?
Ooh.
Also, is it good for solos?
Controversial.
Right. I'm going to start.
Yeah, you start then, and
My
then I'll have my say.
Right, now, the reason why I love the kitchens is because I'm not sure if it came during COVID or whatever, but the kitchens is each section of the kitchens is individual. So you can't just walk around with a plate like a buffet and put whatever you want on. They serve you. So if you go to the Greek part of the Greek stall, they will take a plate and they will serve what you want. So then if you went to the Chinese bit, you'd have to get another plate off them and they'd serve you what you want. So you could be walking back to your table with 3 or 4 plates. They won't put stuff on the same plate. Now, a lot of people think that's really bad, but at the end of the day, it's their washing up. I have no issues with that. The reason why I love the kitchen so much is because you've got a lot more variety. So every single day, you have got different things on the different stores, respective of what that culture is, whether it's Greek, Chinese, whatever it is. Okay, so it's a lot more than the buffet. We've been on Explorer, where it was a buffet, and it was similar stuff: pie, mash, shepherd's pie, every single day. The salad cart in the kitchens is fantastic. Best salad cart I've ever been to, because the girls are there. You walk on a thing with a bowl, they make it, they put it into a big bowl, they toss it, they put it into a separate salad bowl for you. Then I went to the Greek place and got some like kebab chicken, put that on it. It was amazing. I loved it. So for me, kitchens all the way. But for Mickey,
right, I didn't like it. I prefer a buffet. I found that it was very bitty. Some of it was open, some of it wasn't. I'd have to go to one bay to get something, and then you queue at that bay to get that, and then you'd have to go to another bay and queue at that bay to get something else. And by the time you got back to your table, the food was going cold. And I also found that there was a bit, as much as I love the staff, I love the staff, there sometimes can be a bit of a language barrier. And when you've got to try and get somebody to give you what you want and then not really understanding what you want, it becomes a little bit frustrating. And I did find that it was a lot slower to get your food than a buffet where you serve yourself. But I do get the point that a lot of people like the fact that it's more hygienic having somebody serve it you. So there's pros and cons. Personally, I didn't. He loved it, and that's it.
Right. Paul, I've been reading your question. I think there's 2 parts to this. So you put also, is it good for solos? Now, I'm assuming you're not meaning the buffet, because obviously, you'd always go up on your own to the buffet. I'm assuming you mean the ship. Now, as far as solos go on the Voyager, I think this is over to your domain, because you've done a little bit of
do you want me to do this one?
Do a quick
Right, I was quite surprised today that I was doing a bit of research on solo cruising, because I think it's something that we need to start looking at, as well as disabled, the facilities for disabled, that we need to start incorporating into our videos. Now, Marella do solo traveller cabins. Now, on the Voyager, I'll do the Voyager first. They have them on all of the ships. On the Voyager, they haven't got single rooms, but they have solo sort of cabins that can be allocated, and they've got either 2 twin beds or a double bed. Now, of course, they only release a certain number for each cruise, so they sell very quickly. Now, if you search Marella Solo Traveller Deals, you will get the website, and you get the list of all the solo cruises. Now, I was looking today, and with Dave training for his new job for 6 months, I might be solo myself. And you could get a solo cruise to Tenerife. There was also one that did Spain for a week, and you were looking at about £1,350 roughly for the cheapest one. Now, I think on the other ships, apparently because Marella's ships are all older, there weren't so many solo travellers in the 90s. So that's why I think the Voyager isn't really geared up with the rooms. I think the other ships, Discovery, I can't remember for certain, but there's a couple of other ships where...
MSC do solo studios.
Yeah, MSC are good for it, but Marella do, but you need to get in quick. But look at their website, search for solo traveller, solo cruises, and if you see one you like, don't hang around.
But can I quickly just add on to that? You don't get penalised on the price. So Mick was saying that he's seen cruises for like £1,300 for a solo, and it's a normal room. So we all know when we book our cruises, you're looking at between 1,200 to one. We pay £2,500 for the Christmas one.
When you go into that page and find it, and I will cover it on my bargain cruise video, which I'm due to do put another one out the week after. I'm going to start doing a solo cruise section on there. But when you do search it, in the top bar, you can put in price order low to high. So obviously you get the cheapest ones first, but the cheapest one was about 1,300, which I thought was excellent value for money.
Lovely. So I hope that answers your question, Paul. Moving on to the lovely Eileen Venus. That's my mum, by the way. Okay, so next off we have that's Elizabeth. That's Lily, our 3-year-old terror, who doesn't stop barking at everything she sees.
She's gorgeous, though.
She's cute. Gillicy or Gillicy? I do apologise if I pronounced that wrong. That's Lily. Paul Corbett. Let's have a little look. See, thanks, guys. My wife would never let me wear speedos. Question: are there any quiet bars on the voyage to sit and chill with a cold beer at night? Well,
perfect bar.
But first of all, we've just been on the Explorer, and it seemed like double occupancy as to what the Voyager was. We always like to go and sit on the aft bar. So the thing I love about celebrity ships, because it's an old celebrity ship, is the fact that they have this aft bar.
It's the summer house, isn't it?
Yes, you got the summer house, then a bar at the back, and on the Voyager, it just never seemed to be busy. No. So our friends Mark and Jack and ourselves, at night time, would always just go and sit there, grab a nice little drink, cool breeze. It was just amazing. Loved it. So that was a quiet bar. We also had,
and what I liked about the summer house is you can go out to the back bit, which is open air.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I know, but I'm also saying
about the summer house yet.
I know, but I was going to say about the fact that you can also hear the entertainment at the summer house. So I wanted to mention.
So basically, the summer house is the conservatory bar. The roof is meant to come off, but I don't think it does ever. And at the back of the summer house is the aft bar, which is outdoors. And like Mike's rightly said, you can hear the music from that outdoor bit.
It's just very chilled.
But what I loved about it is they do have performances there. And so all of the bands that are on board will do a set in this conservatory bar. And it's just so chill. It's so chill and nice. But it does get busy probably later on. So we always do the early show for the theatre and go there straight after. So the ones coming out of the later show, it tends to get really busy there. So other than that, you've got the Exchange on the Voyager, which other ships don't have. The Exchange is a normal bar. Remember this, guys. It's only the Exchange when it's a performance night, which I think is 2 times a week.
Yes.
Yeah. They are going to up that, though, I think, because it's so popular.
I think so, because we haven't talked about the Exchange yet, have we?
No.
The Exchange is something that is brand new and only available on the Voyager. And it is something that I think is very Marmite. You will either love it or you will hate it. We were very lucky that we went to both. They do 2 shows, one called The Heist, one called The Lockdown. We went to The Lockdown and loved it so much that we also managed to get into The Heist. And we haven't laughed so much, have we? I think it will. It's an immersive show, isn't it? If you go,
so good.
Try and take your costume to dress up, because
if you go. If you're going on the Voyager, get on there, get it booked. It is the best part of that ship. Honestly,
it's hilarious.
Other ships are missing the trick, because that and the 3 actors we saw,
amazing.
I wish we'd have kept in touch with them. They were
amazing.
Right, I hope that answers your question there, Paul. Moving on, Eileen Venus again. Hello, Mum. Stephen Vanessa, good question. We've gone for the premium drinks package. Can you get cocktails from most of the bars on Voyager? Well, in fact, you can get them from everywhere, because the premium package means that you can get drinks from any bar without a surcharge. And
going back to the Exchange, because the Exchange has got its own menu.
It's a premium bar.
And it's a premium bar, so there are only premium drinks on there. So when we went there, fortunately with the shows, you get 3 free cocktails as part of the price you pay, because there is a charge to go to the shows, $15.95 it was. But that menu is just exclusively premium, so there's lots of additional cocktails on there.
Just be mindful as well, Stephen Vanessa, on your package you can also get the signature cocktails, which are served. They've been on the Indigo bar, where the Indigo Club is. They're called Electric Rooms on Voyager. and I think they do the cocktails up there, so you get like the smoking ones in the
Oh,
glass
get a
cabinets.
mudslide, best
Mudslide.
ever. Got Baileys in it.
So
Mudslide.
have a look out for where they serve those, because those ones are their signature premium cocktails. They're free on the premium package. They're charged if not. But you know what, guys? If you're not on the premium package, it ain't expensive. You're looking about £3 something for a cocktail.
Yeah.
And no offense, I used to be a landlord. We'd charge more than that for a cheap bloody sea breeze, 2 for 1. So yeah, make sure you get yourself round that ship and make advantage of your premium package.
I mean, the first cruise we went on with Marella, we did the premium, but after that, we decided that we were okay with the all-inclusive. And I still think premium is fantastic value for money. 90 quid, I think it is currently, if you book it on the boat. Book it, pre-book it if you're going to do it, because you get it £10 cheaper. £80 when a lot of these P&O and people like that charging £50 a day. So it is incredible value for money. Personally, for us, we decided that we would stick with all-inclusive. Everything we wanted to drink was on that. And also, it didn't mean that we couldn't have the odd treat. So I love my coffees. So we used to have the odd coffee. But you could get a specialty coffee for £2.50 with a shot of alcohol in it, or without. It was £1.75. And I think our bar bill for the two of us for the end of the week we've just been on was about 30 odd quid.
So to quickly put it into context before we move on, because I'm worried about the time. We've got 15 minutes left to get through these.
I know, and I've got to show all these things yet.
Right, so quickly moving on, guys. Just to put into context, so Marella charged £80 before you go on your cruise per week per person, right? P&O, 60 quid a day. 60 quid a day for the same sort of deal. So you can see how good value Marella is. Right, moving on.
Yeah, because catch up with these questions and then we'll quickly show these items we've got, which are great for first-time cruisers.
John Freeman, you have said Marella have added some new destinations, ports including Ponce in Puerto Rico, sites opposite side of San Juan. Yes, it needs a loyalty scheme. 100% agree it needs a loyalty scheme. But why are they removing the fridges?
I know.
The only thing I can say for this is upgrades. Because if they remove the fridges out of the interior rooms, you're going to want to upgrade, because they still got them in the outside cabins. For what we saw
This
on
is
the
on
Explorer.
Voyager. I don't know. Have they removed them out the?
See, we're not sure.
In our outside cabin,
yeah, when we were on there, they were in every room, even the insides. But we noticed on the Explorer they'd taken them out the insides.
Yeah, they weren't in the inside, but I went and looked at
an outside,
a disabled access room, and that had got a fridge. And then I also snuck in a balcony, and that had got one as well.
And I'm thinking it's an upgrade thing. I'm thinking that if you upgrade to a bigger room or a suite room, you get a fridge.
I just don't know why they'd remove them. It just doesn't
for
make sense.
For that reason, money.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense to do it, you know, retail and that.
But
so that's all we can say.
It's a little bit confusing which rooms they're taking them out of. I mean, are they just taking them out the inside for now and then the outside? If anybody knows, let us know, because we'd love to know.
Caitlin, that's a really good thing there. You put, my mum asked them to put the stuff on the same plate, and they did. Great, because if they do that, that's going to make people love the kitchens even more, because that's the reason why he doesn't like it. So if they're doing that, then they're listening.
Oh,
so happy days.
We went up for breakfast because we love the buffet breakfast on Discovery too. So we went up for breakfast in the kitchens, and I had plates everywhere with different things on, because I go to one bay and I could only get 2 things, and then I'd have to get another plate and juggle that one. And I went back and I had about 4 plates on my table. So Vista after that, because Vista and Latitude are brilliant, aren't they, on Voyager?
So good.
We love. I mean, we've loved Vista on every ship.
So good. Right, quickly moving on. Philippe. Okay, I'm going on the Explorer in September. I will let you know about the HDMI for your viewers. Thank you, Philippe.
Excellent, thank you.
Who'd like to know? Carry on your good work. Waiting for your videos. Philippe.
Thank you.
Should say c'est bon. Merci.
Umi Sushi one has gone out tonight. Umi Sushi, what a massive surprise.
Watch it. You haven't got it on the Voyager though. But if you go on an Explorer,
yeah, they are.
No, they haven't.
Oh, it's
a sharing platter.
Oh, God.
But if you go on an Explorer 2, Umi Sushi.
Yeah, Umi Sushi, what a surprise. It was amazing. We don't eat fish, but...
No. Sandra, much love. Thank you. Right, Susan Wilson. I have travelled solo on Marella. Great experience.
Yeah. Sorry, just to butt in there.
Go on.
They actually have a host for solo travellers who looks after you and also sort of arranges events for all the solo travellers. So maybe, is that right? Who asked the question?
It was Sandra.
Sandra,
it was Susan. Susan.
So is that right? Is there a host, and do they look after you?
Well, saying that, on Explorer, I actually saw in the top bar where the club is a singles bit, like where you go if you're single and you can like chat to people in there. So whether they got on Voyager, I don't know.
And what shocked us on Explorer was we saw, because I love cruise news. It is a highlight of my day going back to the cabin and seeing these. We saw in cruise news on Explorer that they were doing LGBTQ meets as well, weren't they?
They were.
Which I've never noticed on there before. So that was quite nice to see that.
It was good because they obviously cater for, people who are on their own, LGBTQ, different groups as well.
Yeah,
right,
really
moving
good.
on quickly, guys. Hi, Mum, again. Where are we? Right, my mum and dad went on the 5th of June this year for our first cruise, and it was such a mad experience. Oh, Caitlin, tell us why it was mad. I want to know. Paul Curley, thanks, guys. Look for next year. Thank you, Paul. Eileen and Venus again. Hi, Mum. I do. Caitlin, were you going to say something?
No, finish that, and then
Right.
I'm quickly going to show these items because I think they're really useful
Okay.
for first-time cruises.
Caitlin, me and Mum are Irish. My dad is Scottish, and we have lived in Ireland for 25 years. Everyone asked us about our accents in Ireland. Everyone noticed my dad's Scottish accent. Roles were reversed. I watched the videos before we went, and it helped my anxiety. I'm autistic, so thank you for us.
Oh, that's nice. Thank
Do you know what? Love it. I'm ADHD. Love it. The fact that, people who are neurodiverse, it doesn't mean we can't go on holiday. It doesn't mean we can't cruise. Go and enjoy it. Be who you are. Do not stop yourself from being who you are, Caitlin. Okay.
Right, is there any more?
Well, we've got 3 more.
Go on then, quick. More important to do
Right,
questions than
okay.
show these.
Great first live, guys. Really helpful, informative, and thank you for answering our questions. Steve,
You're very
Vanessa,
welcome. You're very welcome.
Paul Corbett, final question from me. Did you visit the spa on Voyager at all? Okay, if you did, what do you think of it? Right. No.
Go on, you do spa.
We didn't do the spa, but we visited the spa. They gave us a full tour, and we've got a video out on it, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a video on the Ocean Spa, and also there's a price list and stuff. So I keep everything.
Nope.
So you can get the leaflets. These are on that video.
I am going to quickly say on it though, Mike. On Explorer, we've just been on. It's sold out rapidly. So if the Voyager is the same, get on. If you want a treatment beforehand, get on there on your first day and book. Okay, look at your sea days when you want to do it. Look at the deals they got.
Yeah.
They will sell out because we lost out to the amount of people on our ship.
This leaflet will be available in there, and it's a first day sort of favourite. And basically, they're packages which range from I think 90, 149, 179, 229, 149, and they give you different length treatments. But the big thing is they also give you access to the thermal spa, and they also have a brilliant sunbathing terrace, which is really, really nice. The comfy seating and chairs and all sorts. So definitely worth thinking about. Particularly, I was quite shocked. They have the cabanas there, and they're about £99 for a day, but they were sold out. People were using them, and I think, why would you pay £99 for a day for that when you could go and have this for the week?
Yeah,
and it is a beautiful area. And when we went and filmed it, it's on the Ocean Spa video. There was nobody there. So definitely, if you're somebody who likes lying in the sun, then this definitely worth a good value, I think.
Definitely. Hope that answers your question, Paul. Moving on. Eileen Venus. Oh, Mum. You could be on medication that needs to be kept chilled, so it's worth making sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's
go
right.
on.
I was going to say that is true. So obviously you need to be telling Marella in advance.
Yeah, Marella do say that if you need it for medication, they will make one available. So
don't do it on the day.
Yeah.
Don't do it on the day.
Yeah,
tell them before. You can even go to your travel agent for a travel and tell them.
Yeah, or you can ring the special assistance team. The number is easy to find on the internet, and you can ring them up in advance and say, I need the fridge. And apparently, if you need it for medication, they will make one available for you.
Susan didn't know about solo meetup. Susan, well, you can meet up with Mike when he's there because he's actually going to go on a cruise without me, isn't he?
Where can I go?
When I'm training.
Where can I go?
Tony Johnson, really enjoyed all the videos. Keep up the good work. We go on February 20th to the Caribbean. Can we come?
Oh,
I'd love to go again.
I'd love to go again.
Rob Govan, great first live video, guys. Thank you so much, very much. Love Rob Govan.
Oh, Martin, going to watch them again and again. Thank you.
Paul Corbett, great guys. Thank you, Paul. Right, Martin.
Quickly show you some of these.
No
things.
more questions because he's dying to show you some of the things that we've got for our cruise.
Right, we take this little bag what's the place we went to today? Go Adventure. What's the shop?
Go Outdoors.
Go Outdoors. We got this from Go Outdoors. It was only cheap, but it's a little bag, easy to carry, but it's amazing what you can get inside.
No, you got it wrong. Decathlon.
Oh, Decathlon. Sorry.
You got it from.
First of all, a must. Take your flask.
This was £2 from Primark on a sale. It was a lifesaver.
We had the premium. We used to get the 1.5 litre bottle delivered to our room on Discovery 2. No fridge.
Which they stopped, I've read.
Oh.
I read some of them. They stopped it.
Okay. But on every floor by the lifts, you have an ice cold water machine. We fill this up before we go to bed at night, so it's there all night. We also take it when we go ashore. Really good to have with you. So definitely a flask. Shall we talk about keeping cool? Because somebody asked this question. Right, this
got so much attention on the cruise.
This is a handheld misting fan, and not only has it got, you'll probably hear that. You see the water at the top.
You're going to hold it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that now. There. I don't know if you can see the mist coming out,
and that cools it. And do you know what? Our friends Mark and Jack bought this, and it was people were going mad for it on our cruise. So we were boiling it on our coach. And everyone were mentioning how cooling these were.
Oh, you can see the steam coming out, so I haven't turned that off.
These are amazing. We bought the neck fans, which I can show you now, which are good.
Oh, I can't stop it now.
Game changer.
There you go. And of course, you can stand it up, so you can have it on the side of your bed when the air conditioning isn't being very effective.
So good.
Brilliant. The battery lasts a while.
Thanks, Mark and Jack.
Right, the neck scarf. Now, I used this on our recent Adriatic when it was like mid to late 30s. And again, you have air come out the side. The nice thing with this, unlike the air fan, is you put it around your neck and you don't have to sort of hold it. So it's nice. And I did find it was quite effective in keeping me cool.
I'd use that in bed, that one.
Neck scarf, definitely worth thinking about. Extension lead. We've already said about the lack of plugs. I don't think they particularly like to encourage you to take extension leads. But the lack of plugs, I think nearly everybody does.
And the USBs as well.
And this one is quite good because not only have I got 3 UK sockets, but I've also got 2 USBs and a USB-C.
Well, Nick, I'm not sure if these can be used as well on foreign sockets by the looks of them.
I don't know.
They probably can.
Never had to, but anyway, that's really useful. You can buy these luggage tags on Amazon. We've still got ours in. I think that's the coming home one. And you can just unscrew that and put your luggage tag, which are printable, which you get from your cruise planner before the cruise. These are great because they're really strong. I think the first time we ever used it, we used cling film.
Yeah, and we were stapling them together and so that just pop them.
So they're brilliant. The other thing is, I can take 400 or 500 gig of film when I'm away on a cruise, and with the lack of internet, it just can't keep up with putting my photos in the cloud. So this is essential to me. I've got an iPhone that goes into the bottom of the phone. Again, you can get them off Amazon, and you can put your memory card there, and I can transfer my photos each day from there onto the memory card. Brilliant for me. You know, the worst thing that could happen was to run out of space. What else we got? Do you want to talk about towel?
Oh, towel. Obviously, we found these on the Discovery 2 when we went. Great. They're about £7 from Decathlon. They fold up to nothing. They dry you really fast, and they dry themselves really fast. So you put them out like that, and in about 20 minutes, they're dry. Great bit of kit.
And finally, for today anyway, these. They're very simple. But when we went on Celebrity, we never saw these, did we, anywhere? And then in sort of December 22, when we went on Marella, everybody had got these, and they also come as dolphins, flamingos,
pineapples.
We went for pineapples. I had a rather unfortunate shirt on the last cruise.
I bought it, not telling him.
Full of pineapples. Got a few funny looks. But anyway, these are so good for holding your towel on your chair because it gets windy up on that top deck. They're not expensive. I think you can get 2 packs for about £4 something. And they really do the job of keeping you. So these are a revelation to us. Then we wouldn't go without those there, would we?
We wouldn't. Right, guys, I do apologise. Right. We've got a minute to go, so I'm just going to quickly mention the last one to say goodbye. So I leave this. She's going on the cruise with Mike.
Oh,
my dead body mother. Right, Graham Wentworth.
You're welcome anytime, Eileen.
Great video. Missing fans are great. Thank you. They really are. We got ours on Amazon in the sale for £13.99, and they're worth every penny.
Yeah.
Brilliant first live, guys. Look forward to next. Oh, thank you so much, Iskador. Neil G. I bet you're tell by doing that. They were. Caitlin went to Vista on my birthday, and they sang me happy birthday. They sang Bang Buckets. Oh, they do.
Oh, I was knocked out when I saw this, and yes, definitely. If somebody in your party has got a birthday or celebrating something, make sure the restaurant staff know, because it is quite a spectacle. I loved it. It was like, oh, wow, we're doing it again.
Caitlin, bye-bye.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Kate.
Right, we're going to have to say goodbye because we're going to go in a minute.
Right, okay.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching. You can catch this again. Obviously, it'll be on our channel. We loved talking with you all night, so thank you so much.
We are looking at a program that will mean that we will be able to improve on this, because we're all about trying to get better, and there's a program and I just couldn't learn it in time, whereas hopefully we'll be able to drag the comments onto the main screen so that everybody can see them clearer. But we will work on that for the next one. And just a massive thank you to everyone. I want to give a shout out to some of the groups, particularly Marella Voyager, Paradise Islands and Taste of Tropics group. They've been great supporters of our channel. A lot of you are in that group and have watched our content, and we can't thank you enough. And I love being part of that community. Don't always get as much time as I want to come and put stuff on there, but I absolutely love watching that. And also there's a couple of other groups that are very good. I'm currently part of the Marella Explorer group, and that's been really good. So we've just sort of started to churn the content out from Marella Explorer, haven't we? We never even talked about theatre. We'll have to save that for next time. I'll put it on the list.
On the next live, guys, we'll do theatre.
And we're definitely going to be looking at Paradise Islands. We'll be looking in depth at what we did, the excursions, what was available, how we found it, whether it was worth getting off the ship, and hopefully that we will get that out onto the sites and our Facebook page. If you haven't seen our Facebook page, Mida Travel, we will always put the link on there. And I do talk a lot, so you better shut me up.
Take a breath, love. Okay, so that one, guys, we're going to say good night. Thank you so much for watching. All those ones at the end that have commented as well, Liam, Neil, Elizabeth, all that. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate your support.
Tony, Eileen, so love you all. Guys, we will see you all on the next live. And if you see us out and about, say hi.
Oh, always say hi. And if you see him on the trains,
ignore me.
Make sure you've got the ticket.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
How do I stop it there?
Press live. It's still there.
Yeah.